5 painters landed for my client. By midnight, they have taken my manager a hostage with knives. 2 young cops and no SWAT. My goal, yeah, to keep it quiet. I'm like 24, basically at that time, and I mean the business was booming. We were building absolutely great company in recruitment and outsourcing. All construction companies, the biggest companies were working with us. Clients, we were highly recognized. I thought our processes are really streamlined. Everything was booming and running smooth. No issues, no nothing. I mean, like, in other words, our competitors at that time were still kind of figuring out how to reach stratosphere. But we were already past the moon on the way to Mars, right? So that's how, let's say, airtight, basically business felt up until the moment. Yeah, we received these 5 painters from one of our the most trusted partner, because we had these, let's say, networks of partner organization around Central Eastern Europe feeding our operations, right? So, yeah, these 5 painters come in and they don't pass the induction. So client rejects them. I mean, our manager arrives at the site, in this construction site, and he verifies with the foreman that, I mean, literally, these guys were not painters. I mean, literally, I mean, the lines on the wall, I mean, these guys did not know the difference between the oil paint and the water-based paint. I mean, they did not know anything about painting, like, and yeah, so basically, obviously, it was a rejection. So I got the call from the manager, spoke with the foreman, I mean, apologized and everything, that we will fix it as soon as possible. Obviously, they need these people, but they can't accept this batch. So yeah, so I told the manager, just go to their place and basically tell them, right? So that's it. You guys are not painters, and you need to leave, right? So you need to leave our premises. You need to go back to your country. So, or do something else, right? So yeah, so that's what happened, and yeah, and hours later, in the middle of the night, I receive a call from the manager saying, Edgar's, this is crazy. They barricaded themselves in. They are with knives threatening me and demanding 2,000 euros each, that we pay them out, and that we need to provide another job to them, which is crazy. So I rushed to the scene. My adrenaline levels are off the charts. While I'm on the way, I gave a call to the police, and thank God all this happened in a rural part of the town, right? So, I mean, there was luckily only one crew patrolling basically during the night, so they arrived. And yeah, I mean, this crew, this police officers, 2 of them, they were young. I mean, they literally looked like they just finished the academy yesterday, right? So, I mean, they were asking me questions, you know, it's like, what should they do? I said, I don't know. I haven't spoken to them. I need to go in there and speak to them, but you need to back me up. You need to draw the guns, right? So those people have knives and everything. Yeah, so anyway, so I'm kind of trying to understand what they want to do, and what should we do in this situation and so on. They were asking me questions like, hey, should we wake up the chief of police? I'm thinking, no. Why? We don't need anybody else involved in this situation, at least not at the moment. And then they kind of go, okay, so do we kind of give a call to the SWAT team? Do we need the backup? Do we need this? And I goes like, why are you asking me this? This is not my area of expertise. So and then I'm kind of, talking to them. I understand that they don't really know what to do, and I kind of play it in my benefit. And I go like, listen, let's just go talk to them. Let's see if we can de-escalate and so on and so forth. So kind of being cool with the police and everything. And in the back of my head, and all I could think of is like, don't get on the news, keep it quiet. Hopefully we don't get any reports on this. It doesn't leak, and we get the guy out. Nobody gets hurt. So all of these things are in the back of my head that I'm really thinking about. My adrenaline is really off the charts, and I'm like really shaky and everything because I'm also feeling the pressure that, hey, that's it. The good times are over. So either way, I agree with the police that we go talk to them. They'll back me up. And they draw their guns and everything. They're behind my back, and I speak to these 5 painters, to the leader, through the door. They're not opening the door. They have a hostage, my manager, right? So with the knives and everything, and we kind of go back and forth, and I'm just telling them that, just listen, I mean, first of all, we don't have 10,000 euros, right? So 2,000 each, that's crazy demand. So what else do you want? And then I kind of explained in a really nice tone and everything. And all of this I'm doing in English, right? So, and the police, they don't speak any English, right? So not a word, right? So while I'm talking, kind of negotiating with the leader, I'm also translating to the police, what are we talking about, right? So they're kind of on the same page and up to the speed. So either way, we kind of going back and forth. They're demanding, they're saying, yeah, but our company, the recruiter, or our partner, and from Central Eastern Europe, they said, don't worry about it, you're going to get another job. I said, no, this is not how it works. This is not what we do. It's a specific things. And then we kind of going back and forth. And I keep just telling to myself, I said, listen, I mean, we need to get them out of this country as soon as possible. And this idea comes in my mind. I said, listen, why don't we buy you the tickets, airline tickets? I mean, are you okay with that? And I go, nah. And they kind of go like, yeah, we need to think about it. We need to kind of sit down. Can we really trust you? I said, hey, I'm not the one that, holding the hostage here. So either way, I let them kind of cool down and let them be and kind of discuss between them, and we kind of, with the police, we walk outside, and we kind of go on the internet, and I give a call to the assistant and saying, listen, you need to right now check the soonest flight. And she goes like, yeah, there's a flight at 6:30. I said, perfect. How many tickets available? I said, I don't know, but plenty, it seems. Okay, great. So we go back and kind of further negotiating and so on and so forth. And I end up agreeing with them that we will pay for flight tickets at 6:30, right? So that's pretty much in 3-4 hours, right? So, and also I agreed that we give him 100 euros each, right? So that's what we end up agreeing. And obviously the second mission, the second goal for me was, how do we not get this reported in the police report, right? So I walk outside with the police, and by then we already had a very good report. We were joking, laughing, and all of this. But hey, I mean, my adrenaline it was just on the top. So either way, well, I kind of agreed. Like, listen, guys, we don't want to get any publicity. We don't want to, nothing. Is it possible that nothing is being reported and so on? They were like kind of cool and going, yeah, it's fine. It's all good. Nobody got hurt and things like this. So my manager got released, and then I kind of tell him. I said, listen to me, guys. We don't want to take him to the airport, right? So for obvious reasons. So how about you take him to the airport? They look at me and go like, what, you crazy? You want us to drive them? I said, yeah. What if they decide to take somebody else in the hostage? They got a taste. They kind of got something out of it. So they might just figure out in the next few hours that, hey, let's go to the bank or to the shopping center or whatever. what do you think about that? And they go like, yeah, you're right. So let us take him to the airport. I said, good. And they were like in this mini bus or whatever. So the painters packed, and they got their stuff together, and we bought the tickets, and police took them to the airport and make sure they passed the security line, and that's it. Next morning, it was a crazy day in office. Obviously, the manager took like a week off. I don't remember, but yeah, I mean, he got some holidays from that incident. But either way, I mean, it changed the way I look at things and how I structure and since that day, the quality is really, really at the heart of everything that I do, right? So, I mean, looking back at that operation in outsourcing recruitment, I rewired the whole system. Right, so the all processes. I mean, we hired certified pro people to really sign off in each individual countries on the skilled profiles. Right, so they have to test them, so we don't end up in this situation. We implemented towards our, let's say, suppliers, vigorous penalties if there's a breach, if we end up basically having the same situation where people arrive and they're not skilled in what they say they are, right? So all of this have really impacted me, how I look at the business and how I built it further, right? So from that point. And this also, coming back to executive search, this also has played quite a crucial role, how I supply the talents to my customers, right? So, and it really helped me. It helped me a lot, and to focus on the quality and not quantity, right? So that is my main takeaway from that situation. Quality control is at the heart of everything, right? So that's the main takeaway. Anyways, to finish off this series, I do believe when stakes spike, details decide. This was Edgar's, and it was Edgar's Unfiltered. Feel free to share this video, like, subscribe, and in the next episode, I will discuss how we actually ended up on the news, but not the way you think. And it all happened in Denmark. Stay tuned.